What's up, guys? So I was just sent these 5 new case studies this week, and I want to go over them, and I'm also going to give you some tips on what they're doing. So these are businesses in different niches, all of them using Arvow, by the way, our amazing AI SEO tool, which is backed by, at this point, hundreds of results, just like the ones you see right here. You can even pause the video if you want. Results not just about ranking ranking their sites on Google and Bing, but also having them mentioned and cited all across LLMs, which is pretty cool. But moving over to what I was going to talk about right here, these are all new ones which I haven't made videos on. Usually I put them on our case studies page. I just didn't have time right now. We have these case study pages with a bunch of these case studies on different people. Actually, we are a case study right here. We use Arvow to grow Arvow's mentions on ChatGPT by 38%. So using our tool to grow our own tool, which is pretty cool. You can watch the case study right here. There's many, many more. But yeah, I just haven't had time to post all these ones on there. But yeah, as you can see here, this one started working with Arvow, our tool, in July this year, and went from 0 visitors to 500 visitors in 30 days. Now, they are an IT agency, okay, and one could argue that, yeah, sure, but traffic is worthless if they don't buy, 100%, right? And I'm the first person to say that. That being said, for just this small number of people coming to their site, it's worth $140. Right. These are small numbers, right? And I mean, we have bigger numbers with clients who've been with us for longer times. For example, this right here is it worth really 1K. We have ones worth like 10K. And the way in which this is calculated is basically if you were to pay Google Ads to bid on all these keywords on Google Ads to get this much traffic, you'd have to pay $140 a month. And these guys getting this for free. Okay, so it's pretty cool. And the growth was like instant, from 0 to 500 visitors a month, mostly from the US. Okay, just in 30 days. Right? Just imagine what they can do in 6-12 months. Okay. And also, by the way, they're now getting cited and mentioned in the AI reviews, which is insane, and on Perplexity. And soon enough, I can almost assure you that these are going to increase as well, very, very fast. Okay, here's another one. These are an IT software agency, again, same niche, and yeah, started working with us in 2023. They grew from 1 to 1K in consistent visitors every single month. So there you go. The trend is up. And of course, not all results are instant like this. Some they do take time. And little caveat here, right? Arvow is not a magic tool. Just because you start to produce content doesn't mean you're going to rank first, right? There's a bunch of nuance behind this, right? This is not a magic tool, first, because it's not like you press a button and you rank first, even though we have a bunch of results. But SEO is a sensitive topic, right? There's 3 main pillars, which I've talked about on this channel before. There's on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and technical SEO. All these play a big part. Now, I'll leave some free courses down below in the description so you can guys check it out. Check out and learn about all this stuff, because it's super important, because this is not a magic tool, okay? And also, anything that this tool does that gave all these clients these results, you can do manually. It's not a magic tool. That being said, we've built it so it helps you do the same thing you do manually, just way, way faster, because you can leverage AI with it and a bunch of other automations, we've built into it, okay? And here's the other one. These guys, from 3K to 8K visitors a month, they're a horse riding e-commerce source, or e-commerce store, there you go. I mean, how valuable is to have 8,000 people going to their site worth 1K a month for free organically just off of Google, right? And by the way, this traffic doesn't include this right here. Doesn't include the AI overview mentions, okay? And GPT mentions and Perplexity and Gemini. Basically, doesn't include the LLM mentions, okay? And another one right here, with e-commerce store, boom, 1K to 10.5K in just a couple of months. As you see right here, they were like staggering it around 1K, and all of a sudden, boom, increased to 10K a month. And they're not stagnant, but they're solidly covering in 10K a month off of this in traffic, and this is worth $2,700. So instead of spending $2,700 on ads every single month, almost $3,000 on ads, right? They're getting it for free off of Google search traffic. And also, of course, their mentions are already increasing as well on these LLMs. And finally, right here, last one, this is not the greatest graph, but the volume and traffic is insane. Business type, it's an AI learning platform. And I mean, big businesses who are quite established with, in this case, 50K a month in traffic, also use our tool to help them in their endeavors of AI SEO. Okay, and so based off of these case studies, and if you want to watch some of the more detailed case studies where I go over all these ones right here, just go to arvow.com, click on resources, click on case studies, and read a few of them because I try to be as in-depth as possible with of course, keeping some of the clients' info private, but you can go watch those. In this video, I just want to make it short and give you a couple of tips, super like rapid fire, on what you should be doing. Not what you should be doing, but what all these guys, these ones and these ones have in common. First thing is produce content using AI. Right? Nowadays, it's dumb not to use it because me and you, we can achieve the same result. Anyone can do, again, as I say, you can do everything this does manually, but why would you when you can just use AI to do it way, way faster, okay? So not using AI nowadays, whether it be to producing content or be it to optimize your technical SEO, just like Arvow does, gives you a bunch of like suggestions on what's wrong with your page titles, meta descriptions, canonicals, image alt text schema, tells you what your current ones are and what you should change it to. And if you agree with the suggestion, right, even tells you the why, you can hit apply. The AI is just going to change this and fix it on your site just like that. Can you do this manually? Of course you can. Right, it just takes so much more time. So this stuff and the fact that you can integrate directly with with your CMS, just like so, it just helps you out a ton, right? And in the AI age we live, speed is key. So use AI. You don't even have to use my AI. Just use any AI, right? Then optimizing your current content. I can't tell you how many people do this. It's just a mistake, which is producing content, right? And their graphs are looking good. They're increasing their organic traffic. They're increasing their mentions. But then they stop updating and rewriting the content that got them there, right? It's very important you keep your content fresh, right? Because let's say it's me versus you, okay? And we're both targeting the same keyword. We produce a piece of content targeting the same keywords, right? But you, for whichever reason, you have a stronger domain authority, you build more backlinks, your piece of content is just better than mine, right? And you're ranking number one, okay? Ranking number one. And I'm only able to rank third, okay? Or fourth. Let's just do fourth, okay? In 6 months from now, if you don't touch your piece of content, well, eventually it's going to become more and more irrelevant, right? For example, if it's, I don't know, an article on the best, the best LLMs for gardening, I don't know, or the best LLMs for project management, for example, right? In a year from now, like there's going to be new models or AI models that came out, right? There's going to be new tools, right? Your article needs updating because if it doesn't, right? And if I update mine with fresh new information, fresh new insights, fresh new models with updated information, eventually I'm going to be ranking first myself and you're going to be going down to the nowhere to be seen page because you don't keep your content fresh. And these search engines know what's fresh, what's wrong, what's not. And even customers, even I know, if I go to your thing and see, last updated 2022 talks about ChatGPT 3.0. I mean, we're at 5.0 now. This is super outdated. I'm just going to click off, just click the second result, right? And if enough people do that, right, eventually going to just going to drop off. So hopefully this was a bit rapid fire, but keeping your content updating, that is key. And again, use AI for that. Don't just do it manually. And I'll just show you using Arvow, my tool, but stuff like, and you don't even have to use Arvow to generate the content, by the way. You can just use our editor. You can like literally paste the competitor link right here from an article that's ranking or a page that's ranking and create a draft based off of that. But let me just show you what I mean by this. Let's say this was done using Arvow, but you can just delete all this, right, and start from scratch. What you can do right here is you can set up a revision so you can edit the content with AI. You can say here and go and add links. So the AI is going to read through the whole thing and add external links to this paragraph, right? Boom, 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 right? You can use it to update it. You can even use the AI assistant to say, hey, it's 2025. This was written in 2023. Make sure you mention XYZ, link to .com, and add a table doing whatever. So you can custom prompt it just as if you're speaking with ChatGPT, and it will change the whole article, right? Or you can just select certain parts of it to add keywords or rewrite this, or even a custom prompt saying, hey, listen, write this paragraph and mention XYZ. Make this a table, make this longer, make it short, make a list, right? For example, maybe you think this is like too big of a paragraph to read like this. You can just say, hey, make a table out of this. And AI is going to make a table out of this. So you can update your content using our AI editor, okay? You can even change the images to say, I want to do this right now, but you can basically change the images and add custom prompts to change how the images look like to make them even more relevant. And again, you don't even need to use our AI to write. You can just use it to edit. Go here and write from scratch and use our, I think this is free, by the way, still. You can just paste your humanly written content or GPT written content right here, and then leverage our AI editor, all these little features to edit your content and keep it updated. And again, if you want to update an existing article, just click here and start from link, copy your link from your site, paste it in here, create draft based off of that link, edit it right there, and then publish it to your site, and then boom, just like that, you've updated a piece of content, right? Leveraging AI, and this is connected to the web, by the way, so you can speak with it back and forth, and it knows what's currently happening on the world, right? And based off of your prompt right here, it can update the content to make it relevant, if that makes sense. And I even think you can just say, hey, make this more up to date. Boom, and just use that prompt, right? So use AI to edit, and in my opinion, this is the best one. You can use this editor, but yeah, it's key, right? Don't neglect your content, because eventually all content tends to get outdated, and why would you like waste the effort you put in writing a piece of content, even if it was with AI, and why would you waste the rankings you have by not just making it a bit better and making it a bit more up to date? Right? Don't just try to do new things. Go revisit your content and update it. Keep it up to date. Improve it. Okay. Then, big one right here, which was one of the most interesting strategies in the SEO space, is stealing your competitors' content and making it better. So a bit in line with this right here. Okay. Here's an example. So if you just go on Google and type in what are PayPal's fees to send money, of course PayPal shows up first, but look who shows up second: a competitor. Third, a competitor. Then PayPal again, and fourth, a competitor. Right? If you do the same thing on, I think this is Perplexity, if you get writing the same thing, same prompt, right? Look who shows up first: a competitor. This is just Reddit. Then it's a competitor. And the third citation is then the PayPal itself, right? Even right here, there's links to competitors, right? So how are they able to achieve this? I made a video on this, like a super in-depth one. You can check it out on my channel. I'll link it down below so you can actually see, because this is just a bit rapid fire. But basically what they're doing, right, is producing content about PayPal. So this is a PayPal prompt, and this is what PayPal offers in terms of content for this keyword, right? What all these guys are doing, they're producing content about PayPal better than PayPal itself. That's why they're able to outrank PayPal. In some of the searches, by the way, PayPal comes third and not even first. But because they're producing content for PayPal's keywords better than PayPal itself, well, they outrank or outcite or outmention PayPal in these various search engines, be it GPT, Perplexity, Google's AI mode, Claude, whatever. They outmention PayPal itself. So producing content about the competition, yeah, it might sound a bit weird and counterproductive. Like, why would I be giving my competitor why would I be talking about my competitor, giving them more chances to be seen? It sounds a bit weird, but no, it's good, because you talk about the competition and then you say, hey, yeah, listen, these are PayPal's fees. Very beautiful piece of article. Hey, here's how much you pay, etc. But if you use our software, or if you use our banking system, you pay 10% less. Click here to start using it. So it's basically just a huge call to action, a huge CTA to your own product. But you do this by targeting competitors' keywords and producing content about their keywords better than them, outranking them, and then stealing their clients. Big strategy, pretty cool. Again, I made videos dedicated to this in the past. I'll link them up down below. If I forget, please let me know. But super big, huge strategy. Not a lot of people do, because they think it's weird and they think it's counterproductive and they think it's dumb. But it's super smart and super high effective. And by the way, this is a high buying intent keyword. Not just a generic keyword. Someone looking for what are PayPal's fees to send money. Well, they know what PayPal is. They are looking for the fees and they want to send money. So they're actively looking for a solution, right, to send the money, to buy the product, to buy the service. Okay. Then, of course, automate the whole thing, right? Why would you not automate with AI right now, right? We have a bunch of case studies right here. For example, this guy who just created I think it's this one right here. He created a news blog, not this one, this right here. He created a news blog just producing, right, with Arvow, where you can produce basically news-based content. So what he did is he connected this. We connected Arvow with a RSS feed, or excuse me, with a news feed. And when a news piece came about a certain thing, right, we use Arvow to take that news from multiple sources. So the news would come in from CNN, CNBC, Fox News, etc. Right? He would take all those sources, write a news piece of news, and automatically publish it to his site. And he was able to grow from 0 to 10K a month in 24 hours just with that. I think it's this one right here. If not, it's the other one right there. But it just goes to show how automation can actually bring in traffic. And then, of course, you can retarget that traffic with ads. You can capitalize. You can sell them stuff. You can capture their emails. You can do a bunch of stuff with that. Okay. I think, yeah, this one right here as well, he just automated the whole thing. He used this right here, the YouTube article generation. So he basically converted a bunch of YouTube videos. Where is it? He converted a bunch of YouTube videos using the YouTube feed right here, where when a channel posted a video, he used our software to take that video's channel, generate a piece of content in an article and publish it to his site. He did that so many times, he was able to get to 6K a month in traffic just off of doing that. He took a bunch of English-based YouTube videos, converted them to blog posts in French, so he converted the medium of consumption from video to blog posts, and also the language from English to French, and he was able to achieve all this, again, fully automated. So that's why I'm saying use automations to your advantage. Why would you not use automations? You can just do the same thing way faster. And then test different types of contents. Literally types of contents. For example, as this ties in what I just said. This guy did it with YouTube videos. This guy did it with news articles. These guys do it with, we do it with comparison pages. I mean, you can just read this stuff. There's so many types of content you can produce, not just a generic type of blog post. You can do listicles, you can do comparison articles, you can do alternatives, you can do, well, I mean, there's so much stuff you can do. So hopefully this was valuable. Hopefully these case studies get you hyped up to give it a go, try it out. And if you need a bit more info, if you want to dive a bit more deeper in a long form video, I suggest you go watch this right here, because it breaks down in a bit more depth how all this stuff works in a bit more of a calm manner. So yeah, go watch this if you want to learn more. And if you like these types of videos a bit more fast paced, let me know in the comments, please, so I can know what to produce more. Like, subscribe, watch this next, try out Arvow, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.